Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. We are here with a revised preparation strategy for your PFRDA examination 2025. You all know that the detailed updated syllabus is out on the website as of now for PFRDA 2025, right, with a good news as well. So why do we need a new strategy? The first question, why do we need a revised strategy? Because strategy is nothing more than a weapon for you in this examination. And that reminds me of a very famous quote of Mr. Abraham Lincoln's: give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will be spending the first 4 hours sharpening the weapon, right? So preparation strategy is a nothing less than a weapon for you guys in this examination or in any other examination. Definitely we need a very good preparation strategy to ace any examination. Planning, with proper planning and right execution, we can always succeed. So let's start with the preparation strategy. Right, before that I would like to tell you about, we have launched the PFRDA Grade A 2025 complete course. So this is including both your phase 1 and phase 2 preparation. We'll be giving you end-to-end guidance in this particular course. You can check out the course highlights as well. The medium will be completely in English. We have also launched the RBI Grade B 2025 preparation kit. So if you are preparing for RBI examination, this is a free kit for you guys, which includes PDFs and ebooks. You can have a look. It's having complete guide, 100 plus economic and finance terms, previous year questions of the last 5 years, budget highlights, AIR 1 notes as well we are giving with this free course, 60 plus model ESI and FM descriptive test, and a lot more things is there in this free course. So definitely you can download this particular course from the link given in the description box. You can also download the Oliveboard application, and there you'll be getting all the notifications related to all the videos, plus all the YouTube PDFs of the classes that we are conducting on YouTube. We'll be getting the PDF of that classes on these on the application itself, right? So the good news is obviously the post is now 28. The vacancies in the general stream is up from previously 8 to now 28, right? So that's a amazing news for you guys. Why? Because the number of vacancies will definitely help you increase your chances of selection as well. जितनी ज़्यादा vacancy होती है उतने ज़्यादा आपके selection के chances होते हैं. Qualification criteria is the same only, so I won't be wasting time on the repetitive stuff which we have already discussed in the earlier videos, right? Let's directly come to the preparation strategy. The online application date is from 2nd of July 2025 to 6th of August 2025. Don't wait for 6th of August 2025. Do it immediately. Okay, do it immediately on 2nd of July 2025. Coming to the preparation strategy, your phase 1 and phase 2 examination, they haven't postponed, right? The notification got delayed by 5 to 6 days. However, the date of your phase 1 and phase 2 examination is the same only, 6th of September and 6th of October respectively, right? So यहाँ दो तरीके के स्टूडेंट्स थे, एक जिन्होंने पहले से पढ़ना चालू कर दिया था और दूसरे जो बोले कि सर नोटिफिकेशन चला गया, whether it will come again or not, right? Whether exam will happen or not. First category will get a competitive advantage here क्योंकि उनने 5 से 6 दिन ज़्यादा पढ़ लिया, because they don't care about the noise, right? And that's what I always advise you. Don't care about the notification कि सर RBI का कब आएगा, सर सेबी का कब आएगा. जब भी आएगा, you start studying first, right? That will give you edge over others. Okay. Still we are having adequate time, I can say. And for phase 1, if we prepare a strategy from 30th June 2025 to the date of your examination 6th September 2025, again we are having close to 67 days, right? We are having 67 days. Even if you are starting from the first, we are having 67 days here. Earlier we used to have 73, 72 days, no problem at all. Still you can do well in this examination, right? तो यहाँ पे 67 days में how we can complete our full course, right? That's the question. That's the question. So we are having multiple subjects like in commerce and accountancy, like in paper 2 we are having commerce and accountancy, costing, finance, economics, right? What not? We do have paper 1 as well. So close to we are having here 11 subjects, right? 11 subjects we are having considering your paper 1 and paper 2. Now if I talk about the subject pension, it's quite small, right? It's very crisp. If I talk about costing, it's not that lengthy. If I talk about management, it's not that lengthy. So we have a mix of the subjects. Like if I talk about commerce and accountancy, it's a lengthy subject. Plus those who are reading it for the first time can definitely face difficulty as well. So the first advice I'll tell you guys, we are having 11 days here, right? We are having 11 subjects here in 67 days. So the first thing is, if the subject is average level or at a easy level, let's suppose you feel that for you management is a easy subject, or maybe pension is a easy subject, don't cross the deadline of 6 days, okay, for that subject. Okay, 67 divided by 11, it's somewhere around 6 plus only, right? 6 plus days only, 6.09 something. However, don't try to cross the 6th day, right? If the subject is easy or moderate. However, if you are facing any difficulty in a subject like commerce and accountancy, or maybe it can be costing, it can be economics, right? It can be quant, it can be reasoning, depending on your strength and weakness. So definitely you can allocate 10 to 12 days as well on those areas that you feel difficult. Okay, so there is not at all a one-shot strategy which is applicable for all. We all are different. We do have different strength and weakness. So definitely you need to do some kind of alteration. Let's suppose if you feel that commerce and accountancy difficult hai, so definitely allocate 10 to 12 days for that. Okay. So the first thing that you need to know is we have a limited time here, 67 days ही हमारे पास है, and we need to cover each and everything with mock test, with revision, with everything in this 67 days. So please be serious from now onwards, right? वैसे तो 5 दिन पहले से हो जाना था. However, अगर भी अभी भी आप नहीं हुए हो तो definitely you can start your preparation right now. We are having 67 days, and I'll be sharing a plan as well with you guys as well, right? Earlier also we have released a plan. Okay, so you can follow that same plan only. You just need to account for that 4-5 days difference. You can definitely add some of the topics which you are not able to cover earlier in the 5 days in that plan itself. So this is the phase 1 days, right? 67 days we are having for phase 1. And if I talk about phase 2 examination, then the timeline is the same only जो पहले था. We are having here 29 days. However, there is a twist in the story. Earlier they didn't mention about the weightage criteria of phase 2. Now they have given the weightage criteria as well for your phase 2, right? So if I talk about weightage criteria, your descriptive English is just the 1/3 of the total number of marks, right? The ultimate weightage will be 1/3 only, and the paper 2 weightage will always be 2/3 in your phase 2 examination. So your paper 2 becomes clearly more important. It will definitely help you score good amount of marks in the examination. Okay, so there will be a slight change in the strategy as well. Okay, I'll definitely tell you about that as well. So whatever subject you are picking, you might be picking commerce and accountancy first, you might be taking quant, reasoning, or maybe economics or finance, doesn't matter. You can choose any subject. However, I will advise you वो subject उठाओ जिसमें आपको fear हो. Okay, जिसमें आपको fear हो, सबसे पहले उस subject को हटाओ, उस subject को खत्म कर दो ताकि your fear factor is eliminated completely. Okay, so pick that subject which is your weakest, which is in your weakest zone. So first try to do the previous year question, try to solve the previous year question. You will come to know that these are the weak zone topics. Let's suppose commerce and accountancy can be one of the subject that is weak, right? That you are not having a comfort on. So definitely you can start with commerce and accountancy. And the subjects that you are having a good command, let's suppose you are good with quant, or maybe you are good with English, then you can prepare these subjects. यहाँ पे आपको थोड़ा सा कम amount of time देना है. So majority of the time you need to first give on the weak zones, convert them into your strength zones, right? And at the same time keep on revising your strength zone, right? Whatever is there in your strength zone, definitely keep on revising that as well, because you might be preparing for many examination. So there are high chances that your English, quant, reasoning, general awareness is sorted, right? So you might be having difficulty with paper 2, or some of the students can also have difficulty with paper 1. So it depends on case to case basis. You can pick any subject as you like. However, the first preference should be weak zone go, right? You should start with your weak zone. Otherwise, at the end of the examination, you won't be able to cover that weak zone, and plus it will shatter your confidence as well. So the first thing is pick your weak zone. That's the first thing in the strategy, right? So now we can see so many subjects here and there are so many subjects in the paper 2 as well, right? Pension sector काफी छोटा है, costing छोटा है काफी, right? Companies Act भी मैं कहूँगा कि बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा नहीं है. You don't have to study the entire Companies Act. सिर्फ उसके कुछ पार्ट से आपको पढ़ने जो आपके एग्जाम में रेलेवेंट रहेंगे. Okay? So it's not like that the syllabus is quite lengthy. No, not at all. We are able to cover each and everything, right? Here in the paid course. Plus non-commerce students are also finding it really beneficial, right, for the paper 2 purpose. Plus whatever subject you are picking, I personally advise you to please cover the important portion first, right? Unless and until the subject is like that कि उसके अंदर आपको एक proper set में ही जाना पड़ेगा. Like let's take an example of commerce and accountancy. So you need to go line by line only. You cannot skip the basic directly. Okay, so I'll be definitely telling you in this video like what subjects you can pick first and what topics you can cover what topics you can cover in that particular subjects, which will definitely help you getting good marks in the examination. Okay, these topics are highly repetitive topics. They frequently come in the competitive examination, right? So my first advice for you guys is previous year question of PFRDA plus SEBI. Attempt both the previous year questions of PFRDA and SEBI जितने भी अवेलेबल है. एट द सेम टाइम आप प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो, लाइव क्लासेस अटेंड कर रहे हो, उसके साथ में यू नीड टू अटेम्प्ट PFRDA एंड SEBI प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन, सो दैट आपका बेस बन जाता है. नाउ यू नो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर कमिंग इन द एग्जामिनेशन, सो यू कैन डेफिनेटली फोकस ऑन दोज काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, राइट? सो दैट्स द फर्स्ट थिंग. If I talk about phase 2 examination, this is the change. They have introduced the weightage criteria as well. So as of now, English language, English descriptive test is only having a weightage of 1/3. This criteria is same of SEBI as well, right? So SEBI में भी ये same है, PFRDA में भी same है, and your general stream paper 2 will be having a weightage of 2/3 here. So definitely this will give you an edge, right? If your paper 2 is strong, this will give you an edge. Okay. So earlier I have told you to practice 2 questions at least. Right now, weekly 2 questions, right? For English descriptive, you can even make it 1. You can even make it 1 because the weightage is now 1/3 only. Okay, earlier they haven't mentioned anything about the weightage. I was also surprised why they were not mentioning about anything regarding the weightage of the paper 1. Generally English language is having paper weightage of 1/3 only, right? So as of now, you can try weekly 1 question for your descriptive examination purpose, right? Rest we can prepare after our phase 1 examination as well. However, still I will advise you to please prepare 1 question weekly, so that आपके ऊपर एंड में लोड ना आ जाए. 29 days के अंदर it's very difficult to create a mindset of English descriptive. That's why 1 question weekly is essential still, right? Coming to the paper 2, if I talk about commerce and accountancy, if you are preparing for commerce and accountancy, you have picked this first. So I'll advise you to mix these subjects. Okay, I'll advise you to mix these subjects. Let's suppose you are preparing for commerce and accountancy, right? Or let's take paper 1. Okay, in paper 1 you are having English, general awareness, you are having quant and reasoning. So try to mix paper 1 subjects with paper 2. Let's suppose if you are picking English or GA, right? So the best combination here is commerce and accountancy. It can be finance as well. You can pick up economics as well. These subjects will definitely work because these subjects are having numericals as well, right? These subjects, mostly commerce and accountancy, is a practical subject. So mixing theory with practical works well. You also won't be feeling that monotony wala, right? आप बोर नहीं होगे. Basically try to mix your theory subjects with the practical subject. If I talk about quant and reasoning, they are already practical, so you can mix management, you can mix Companies Act, right? You can mix pension sector as well. So that's a personal choice. However, I suggest you कि अगर आप ऐसा mixing करोगे तो definitely it will help you. आप बोर नहीं होगे ऐसा करने से. ओके, एंटरटेनमेंट बना रहेगा. एंटरटेनमेंट इन द सेंस कभी थ्योरी पढ़ ली, कभी प्रैक्टिकल पढ़ लिया. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट कि आप कोर थ्योरी पढ़ रहे हो फुल डे, आप 8-8, 10-10 घंटे यू आर स्टडीइंग थ्योरी. इट डजंट वर्क, राइट? एक कैपेसिटी होती है ब्रेन की, तो उसको एक मिक्स में आपको पढ़ना चाहिए. ओके, So if I talk about, let's suppose if you are taking commerce and accountancy as your first subject, right? So the first thing that you need to cover here is basics of accounting. Important. And if you go through the previous year question paper, definitely you will see that majority of the questions are coming from basics of accounting. What is basics of accounting? First chapter, right? Your A chapter, concepts and conventions, your accounting equation plus rules of accounting, the basic questions, right? Methods of accounting, and the basic terminologies. Majority of the questions will be coming from your basics of accounting, which is a very simple topic, right? I also try to break it down in very simple terms for non-commerce students. You can check out my demo lecture as well. Okay. Next, weightage you need to give to accounting standards. First, try to cover the accounting standard 2, which is inventories, then 10, which is property, plant and equipment, which is also called as fixed asset earlier, and depreciation is nothing but part of property, plant and equipment, 10 only. AS6 is now abolished. Okay. Then AS2, AS10, AS9, which is revenue recognition. So try to cover these concepts first: depreciation, inventories, revenue, and fixed assets. Okay. First try to cover these 3 accounting standards. I am not saying that baki ke chhod do, but first try to cover these accounting standards. Majority of the questions that are coming in the examination are from these accounting standards. If you do have a good grasp on these concepts like basics of accounting, accounting standards, right? Next topic will be your financial statement, which is your topic F, preparation and presentation of financial statement plus your ratio analysis, right? And financial statement includes this cash flow statement. Do give a high priority to cash flow statement over fund flow statement. They ask cash flow statement more often, right? Now I am not saying to leave the fund flow statement. However, you can give it a last priority as of now. First cover your preparation and presentation of final accounts, then move to the cash flow statement, right? After that, you will be covering ratio analysis, which is again important. You can get one or two questions from ratio analysis as well, practical questions, right? And then you will be moving to the accounting of share capital transactions of ESOP, buyback, bonus share, right issue, right? Uske baad mein, if you are having time, then you will be covering the fund flow statement. However, you need to know the difference between cash flow statement and fund flow statement that I am already teaching in live classes, right? So I also teach in this way only. Why? Because this is a highly this is a score which will this is a way which will give you high score in the examination, definitely. Why? Because as per this method, you are covering at least 60 to 70% of the topics that do have a high probability of coming in the examination. Okay, so that's for commerce and accountancy. If you are doing it, do it this way. If I talk about management, as of now there is no such priority because it's a very simple subject, plus it's a theory subject. So when I talk about theory subject, multiple revision is the only criteria. जितनी बार आप पढ़ोगे उतना आपका थ्योरी स्ट्रॉन्ग होता जाएगा, राइट? सो मोटिवेशन, कम्युनिकेशन, लीडरशिप, ये सब बेसिक्स ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, ये सब आपके इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स है. आई वोंट सजेस्ट यू टू लीव एनीथिंग इन दिस management subject, right? Because it's highly scoring. Whether you are from a commerce background, doesn't matter. Whether you are from a non-commerce background, doesn't matter. Theory is theory for all, right? So don't leave anything in management. If I talk about finance, the important things that you can focus on is financial market. Very, very important for your examination. Derivatives, important, right? Then inflation, again important. Okay. So you can cover these things in the following manner. First go with the financial market, then you can cover the derivative, then you can cover the inflation. Inflation is a common topic both for your finance and for your economics. So it's not like that the course is huge. There are some common topics as well, right? There are some common topics as well. One more thing, guys, whenever you are reading this topic, don't try to go in too much detail of direct tax, indirect tax, GST. It's not practically possible to cover each and everything, right? If I talk about GST and direct tax, तो ये हजार पेज के तो यही हो जाते हैं. You don't have to study इतने सारे pages and each and everything. You just need to remember the recent updates in direct tax, indirect tax, GST, right? The basic provisions of DT and GST, what is TDS, what is TCS will also be fine, right? What are the heads of income tax? What do you mean by GST? What is IGST? What is CGST? What is SGST? The full form of the three terms, right? Plus कब हम कौन सा GST अप्लाई करते हैं. Okay, so broad things you need to know, plus any kind of recent updates in the GST and direct tax you should be aware of, right? There are high chances that the question will come from recent updates in GST and direct tax. Okay, again, derivatives and financial markets will be the most important two topics for your examination. Okay, so you can go as per this priority level as well. If I talk about costing, it's a mix of practical plus theory subject. If you do have a background, you can start costing as the way you like. If you don't have the background, then definitely I'll advise you to first cover the basics of costing. Then you can cover the lean system as well. Okay, so the first thing you will be covering is topic 1 plus topic 4. And I tell you guys, there are a lot of questions from costing, theory based question again and again coming in your examination, right? So lean system, again, definitely it will help you fetch good amount of marks in the examination, as well as the basics of costing. Then you can cover methods of costing, and don't leave marginal costing, very important, budgetary costing. However, you can give it a second priority. So on the second priority, you will be covering the marginal costing. Okay, on the second priority, you will be covering the marginal costing. Then you can cover the methods of costing, then budgeting, and last part will be your standard costing. Standard costing will always be your last part. Okay, considering the length of this chapter and complexities of this chapter, you can definitely keep it for the last as of now. So आप यहाँ पे 80% 90% कवरेज आराम से कर पाओगे बिना स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्टिंग के भी. You will be able to get good marks. However, I'm not advising you to leave standard costing. We can always cover it in a crisp manner, right? And that's what I personally do in the live classes. I cover the most important things which are bar coming in the examination, right? Companies Act, again a theory topic, so I won't advise you to leave anything. Do remember the important sections as well for Companies Act. It will definitely help you in the examination. And recently I have seen there is an increasing weightage of Companies Act. If I talk about SEBI Grade A examination 2024, or even if I talk about any other examination, they are quite increasing the weightage of Companies Act. So don't leave this particular subject. Don't leave any subject, right? Increase the surface area of luck. That also I have mentioned earlier as well, right? The more topics you prepare, higher is the chances, right? Higher are the chances of you getting the question in the examination which is in your strong zone. So don't leave any topic, guys. This is very easy topic. Companies Act, यहाँ आपको पूरा Companies Act नहीं पढ़ना. The chapters are mentioned here. You can definitely read in the sequence only. So no sequence as of now for Companies Act topic. Okay. Then we do have economics. So if you have any kind of fear with economics, no worries. You can cover demand and supply, market structure, right? Classical and Keynesian approach. Then we do have ISLM, inflation. Inflation is again a common topic which is there in your finance as well as economics. Philip curve, business cycle. So these are general topics which are definitely giving you marks in the examination. Foreign exchange markets, we are already covering this thing in the finance, monetary fiscal policy, non-banking financial institutions. So these are the common topics which are there in your finance as well, right? So definitely you can start economics as per this particular sequence as well. Then if I talk about pension sector, do 100% coverage. Don't leave anything. You are about to give the examination of PFRDA, which is the Pension Sector Regulator of India, right? How can you leave this particular subject? This is the core subject जिसके अंदर आप दिन रात काम कर रहे होगे examination में, and this can be very important for your examination. So please do cover it fully. Okay, don't leave anything out of it. Plus it's a very simple, it's a very scoring subject as well, right? So this is basically about your paper 2, which is common for both your phase 1 and phase 2. And do remember that paper 2 will be playing a major role in your selection in the examination. Why? Because it's having a 2/3 weightage in your phase 2. It will help you in phase 1 as well as phase 2, right? So it should be in your strong zone. It should be in your strong zone, no matter if you are a non-commerce student. It doesn't matter. We are always covering each and everything. right, from the very scratch. If you'll see any of my concept based YouTube video as well, or if you see a demo lecture as well, I always prefer to start from the very scratch, right, from the basic concepts, assuming that you don't know anything, right, assuming that the student don't know anything. I start like that only always in the classes, right? So this is your paper 2 ka strategy. If I talk about paper 1, definitely there are many topics in your paper 1. The syllabus is not there, right, in your notification. However, we have seen based on the previous year question paper in PFRDA and SEBI that usually they are asking these topics only, and I have mentioned the sequence as well. Okay, these are some of the important topics of quant. You need to cover these topics first. Okay, this will definitely help you score good marks in the examination. If I talk about reasoning, here are some of the important topics of reasoning. Okay, you can follow these this sequence first. If you are doing reasoning, right, you can definitely follow this sequence. Okay, so this is the sequence for reasoning: ranking, blood relation, direction, puzzle, setting, arrangement, coding, decoding, right? These are very scoring topics in the examination. If I talk about general awareness, you can see in the notification they have written specific to finance industry. I would also like to add pension. So whatever general awareness or finance or current affairs related to pension in the news, definitely you need to study that as well. Plus finance current affairs, I am already covering finance and current affairs every Thursday and every Friday at 8 p.m. Definitely that particular session will be helpful for you as well. Okay, then you need to cover PIB, newspaper, important circulars from RBI and SEBI. You don't have to read each and every circular. We are already bringing a compilation of SEBI and RBI circulars on a regular basis, right? We bring individual videos as well as monthly videos as well. So June का video भी बहुत ही जल्दी आपका release हो जाएगा related to RBI circular and SEBI circular. Those are important. We always bring individual videos on our channel, right? The good part is newspaper. If you are covering a good finance newspaper, it can be Mint, Live Mint, it can be Economic Times, it can be Business Standard. Majority of the things like finance current affairs, PIB, important circulars related to RBI and SEBI, right? You are already covering it in a news-based format, right? So newspaper reading is very important. So do remember. Rest of the topics you can always see here. I have mentioned each and everything that is usually being asked in these kind of examination. However, higher weightage will be given to pension sector and finance current affairs in your PFRDA examination, right? Here are the topics of your English language, right? We are having all these topics in your English language, so please gain a good understanding. It will be helpful for your phase 1 as well as phase 2 only. And phase 2 also you are having a descriptive English. However, the weightage is 1/3 only, which is now being clarified by PFRDA in the recent notification. So you need to prepare essay, précis and comprehension, right? So do remember to at least practice one question every week. Okay, so that ये accumulate होके आपको 29 days में पूरा ना करना पड़े, आप धीरे धीरे अभी से एक वीक के अंदर ये कर सकते हो. The preparation strategy is straight. Attempt previous year questions not just for PFRDA but for SEBI as well, क्योंकि उनका कोर्स सेम है, सिर्फ पेंशन सेक्टर अलग है, बाकी सब कुछ सेम है. So please do that. Again, start preparing your short notes. When you prepare your short notes, you are already getting an edge over others, right? You are already getting edge over your competitors. So please do prepare short notes. You will be definitely able to remember each and everything in your examination if you do have good quality short notes. Newspaper reading will be a game changer. If you are following a good newspaper every day, that too consistently, then you are covering finance current affairs, you are covering general awareness, you are covering important news around RBI and SEBI circulars as well, right? So majority of your portion, I'm saying newspaper reading will definitely help you in this examination. Even finance, right? There are many finance terminologies as well in the newspaper. So वहाँ पे आप उसको research कर सकते हो. And if you have taken a paid course, no worry at all. We are already covering everything for you. MCQ practice, I have seen students for the next 67 days or let's suppose 29 days for your phase 2. They are keep on studying different notes, different videos. They are watching every day. They are watching 6 to 8 hours videos on YouTube. That won't help, guys. Ultimately, you need to solve questions in the examination. You need to attempt questions, MCQ based questions in the examination. So you need to attempt mock test. That's the first thing, right? That's the highest priority level, I will say. Okay. Descriptive practice, I already told you, and books and course. Definitely, if you do have a good amount of background, if you are confident for your paper 2, then you can do self preparation as well. No worries in that. You can also refer to free resources of Oliveboard. However, if you don't have the background, or if you are having a background but you are not confident that you will be able to cover each and everything in the 67 days, because it's very challenging actually. Okay, it's very challenging to cover each and everything in the 67 days for even a commerce student, right? So you can definitely check out our course as well. और मार्केट में बहुत सारे कोर्स है जहां पे भी आपको कनेक्शन फील हो, राइट, जहां पे भी आपको लगे कि मुझे समझ में आ रहा है, यू कैन टेक दैट कोर्स फॉर श्योर. ओके, so this is the preparation strategy guys for your phase 1 and for your phase 2 examination. So try to cover each and everything जो मैंने आपको बताया. First cover the high priority वाले topics. We have also launched earlier a 75-day plan. Okay, still 67 days plan, 67 days are there, right? So rest ये जो 7-8 days का shortfall हो रहा है, 8 days का shortfall, you can merge with the 67-day plan only. सो ये 8 डेज के लिए आपको एक्स्ट्रा आवर्स देने पड़ेंगे. अगर आपने अभी तक ये प्लान फॉलो नहीं किया है, डेफिनेटली यू कैन चेक आउट दिस प्लान एज वेल. इट्स अमेजिंग प्लान, राइट? इट्स बीन प्रिपेयर्ड बाय एक्सपर्ट्स, सो यू कैन फॉलो. दिस इज हैविंग everything. This is having mock test as well, plus your revision sessions as well. Okay, so you can download this plan as well. Okay, and prepared according to this 75-day plan, which will be now 67-day plan as of now. Right, and in our paid course we are already doing a lot of classes related to each and every subject. You can check out here, right, in the today's section, as well as there is a upcoming section as well. Plus we are providing monthly magazine as well, so you can see what kind of magazines and the test and the quality of our test, everything is quite sorted in our course, so you can check out our course as well, right? So thank you so much guys. If you like the video, do hit the like button, do subscribe to our channel. If you do have any query, you can always ask me in the comment section. Okay guys, thank you so much. Bye bye, take care. All the very best for your PFRDA examination.